Now, I'm not going to lie to you. A gesture drawing is incredibly challenging, and you're going to hate it. But I want you to be honest with it because it is going to teach you a great deal, even if you don't get it yet. So you can see my watch right here, my stopwatch. This is going to be a 1 minute gesture drawing. I have my still life in front of me, which you saw the photo of. Can't get it in this frame. You are allowed to measure beforehand and get your basic scale of where this belongs. You're allowed to do that, and then you're going to start your drawing, and I want you to do it by time. Okay, so I gave you like an 80, or I'm sorry, 20. Let's say 20, 20-80 rule. Okay. The first 20% of your drawing, most drawings, you should be laying out the composition so you know where it fits on the page. I've pre-measured this. This is horizontal, or yeah, this is a horizontal format. I also know from my pre-measuring that by dividing up the page into thirds and then taking that same measurement, that's going to fit my composition if I go by a third and by fourths across the page. So I can block it out. The upper part of my composition is 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I got to center that. So I'm going to start out with those lines first, and then I'm going to go from there. I'm only going to be drawing for 30 seconds or a minute, which you'll see me here, so I'm probably not going to talk through it because it's kind of difficult to do that. But I want you to see that I'm doing the same thing I'm asking you to do, and I'm doing it honestly, okay? So first 20 seconds or so, I want to block out my composition and get it to stretch to the page. From there on, I'm free to fill in the individual objects that fit in my still life. In this instance, I have 5 objects on my still life. All 5 of them need to be represented on your piece of paper. You can't get detail in a minute, so forget about it. So I'm going to go ahead and start now. Okay, so there's my, this is going to be the top of my composition. I'm going to try to fit it into the sides here. I want to divide it into those rough lines of thirds. Okay, here. Okay, so that's that. Now that same thing, I'm going to divide this in half, and that's going to give me my quarter here. That's my 20 seconds. Now I'm going to start to put these things in my composition here. Okay, so that's my top square. My bottom rectangle is going to be somewhere around here. It starts to come around here somewhere, the rest of my composition. Now I'm going to bring over space over, well, let's fill this in a little bit more here so I can see what these shapes are a little bit more. Now I'm running out of time, so I really have to get the rest of this in. Now I might be able to fill in some shadows of where they belong. And that is a minute 1 second, okay? This is about all it should look like. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objects in. So it's not pretty, but this is an exercise.